A pastor in Zimbabwe who's leading protests against repression and corruption has called for further strikes and closures of shops and offices. Yesterday, a court threw out charges against Pastor Mawarire over attempting to overthrow the government and allowed him to go free. Our special correspondent Alex Crawford sent this report from Harare, the Zimbabwean capital.
This was a moment they did not expect. The moment ordinary Zimbabweans took on the regime and won. Hundreds of lawyers who stood together to defend the pastor en masse were jubilant as he was released.
How much of a victory is this for the legal system or for you or for Pastor Ivan?
To me, as a lawyer, I believe it's a very fundamental development. It shows a revolution in the brewing. It shows a combined and consolidated effort by legal practitioners to make a consolidated effort and condemnation of oppression, of dictatorships, of lawlessness.
The pastor himself anticipated jail after being accused of treason following his call for change and a general strike. It's the fate meted out so often to the government's critics. But in his first interview after being freed, he told us he was unrepentant.
Tell me how significant a victory is this for Zimbabwe?
This is huge because the government can no longer push around citizens. You can't just do that and get away with it. We have a voice.
What's going to happen now?
Well, we continue to consult with citizens on the way forward, and we're not backing down anymore. This is our chance to speak into our country, and we won't get robbed of that chance anymore. We've been quiet for too long. We haven't broken any laws. The government intimidates us, they arrest us, they scare us into keeping quiet, and we're saying we're done with that.
The pastor has become a hero, and his loud demands for an end to corruption have struck a chord.
And that is what the Zimbabwean government is facing from now on. They have lost in the courts. They have been found to be acting illegally, and that is what the Zimbabwean government is now having to deal with.
Shortly after our interview with the pastor, we were detained overnight, questioned, searched, and told to leave the country, despite being invited by a minister. Invitations are extremely hard to come by, and most journalists find it difficult to work here. But the government's critics are emboldened despite the intolerance. Others are facing jail too for insulting the president, Robert Mugabe.
The government has lied to its people for 36 years. Now the people want their country back. And I can tell you, you look around you, the people are going to get their country back.
Social media has been instrumental. It's propelled Pastor Ivan to national recognition and allowed illegal behaviour like this, showing police beating women and children, to be rapidly shared. It's disturbing viewing. But the police are looking increasingly uncomfortable now and outnumbered. And Pastor Ivan's case has encouraged hundreds who previously stayed quiet to be similarly brave.
If the pastor is found guilty of treason, then the general citizen of Zimbabwe is guilty of treason. I have never done anything as bold as this in my entire life.
It's quite shocking that the state would raise such accusations against a man who in all his videos has been purporting that people continue to protest in peace.
The coming together of civil, legal and religious society has delivered an immediate victory. But can or will it be repeated, and how will it impact the country long term anyway? Zimbabwe and its people are in unknown territory. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Harare.